Alright, War Needs 2 time. Oh. Yes, the snow has finally arrived. Can I do something about this? Absolute, nearly unmitigated disaster in the south. You've got quite a lot of move, so if we can shift some of these guys. Alright, shifted him. Roll up here. Then you can get down to here before this guy becomes a problem. You can't attack. Right. You can shift him. You can obliterate him, that's what I needed. We ain't getting through there easily. Or there. I'm trying to get them to run, so I don't mind hitting them hard. I don't want to deploy these new cores until I've got a breakthrough. That hurt. As much as I want to be advancing rapidly, I also need to be maintaining my troop strength. Trying to be better. Yes, this campaign doesn't look like I'm trying to be better, but... Right, what are our chances down here of a breakthrough? Well, that was a good number of tanks we just smacked up. Shame our own tank units here are depleted. Ready? You brigades. The time is now. This is exactly what weak little brigades are for. And you need to give them so many of these little gaps here. They don't know what's going on. Anywhere there's like a gap in the line, I need to threaten. Places like this, we can hopefully overwhelm their tanks and cause large amounts of tank casualties. I'm going to be doing that. Let's be completely honest, the beat up the tank thing has been a bit of a disappointment. Right, mounting guys. Yeah, you try and hold this together. That seems like a good use for you. You guys up there. I'm so sorry for the overloaded brigades down HQs down here. You guys don't deserve this. You get to that. Yeah. The only thing I can say is the advantage we got here is terrain. Oh god, you are so smashed. Okay. Yeah, okay, literally the only ones you've got terrain. That and this is quite a narrow place to get, but true, but yeah. Okay, we're going to pull you back one. That's still quite a strong leading edge they've got there. Hold that guy in check. There, refreshing. I crave tank death. See, we could get down to here, but I don't know if that's like... Should I be going this way? I'm going to keep you in reserve. You can come down here and help with that. I do need more troops in here, but I'm going to get them in, I don't know. I also need more troops in the south, so these divisions are going to keep on rolling. Ski brigades can move south. See how much use they are in the next few turns. You're relatively strong. Sorry. Right, I think we cross the river. Oh, you can't surround anyone. Tenth Airborne Corps doesn't have that many people in charge, so you're going to actually get shipped down to here. So you can move down to here and try and look after this lot. I need another HQ. You're not doing much, so you can take over these guys. Okay, that helps a little bit. 41st Army is going to take over a good chunk of this. We're going to advance and be recognised. Hey, we routed them. That's good. We've retaken Stalingrad. That is something. Move the reserve army to there. It's going to get horribly overstacked in a second. Let's have a quick look at stats. Yeah. What's your leader like? 3-5. Can we get a better one? 4-6. There we go. Move you up towards here. You're going to move down to here. The HQ game is the next thing I need to learn. Alright. Moving along to here. As much as I would like to smack these guys up. You can walk into this there, that'll push more supplies through. 57th Army. Second Shock Army's not doing much, so you're going to be wanted to... Okay, you're actually better off moving on your own. Most of these guys already changed this term, but I found a pretty for another army. Okay, here I've got some hopes. Nope, because there's a backup unit. That backup unit's already done something. Still strong enough to stop me. More Italians. Hit him before he gets a chance to dig in. That's too much of a fight. These are Hungarians, that should work. Keep them as a power stack. Now, because you should be able to shift him. You should be able to shift him. You find gentlemen should be able to advance into there. And you can get to there and cause mayhem. Yeah, that is too much, so we don't want to be deploying him against him. Or even against him. We want this court like up here. Backed up by some of these units. Yeah, we'll be able to attack this turn, but 15th Air Army can go into action here. 16th can continue to head south. Mechanized reserves. 5th Airborne Brigade here. Okay. Move you back. Here we should be able to punch a hole. Hoping for more. Okay, that was a bit brutal, but we got through. I'm going to hold him back. He's a relatively strong division. 3 to 9. They've got panzers in reserve. I've got to say, I've turned forts off, haven't I? You guys are the reserve for here. It's retreated into a second line of forts. And then they've got armour support. Right, can we support you with some more troops? I was hoping to do a lot of damage to that Panzer unit, but they've got all their Panzer units here. we go, it's just a matter of making a few small dents now. Because of course they're going to get weaker as winter progresses. That's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Reduce the forts now. Costing, but we're breaking the forts, and the forts will take a long time to repair. Probably be looking for some local surrounds. Ooh, 55 on the defense. Step back into your forts. Good sirs. Okay. 45 to 23. Should we at least break a line of forts? Then up here, we just have to leave them to wither for a bit. Around Moscow, we've got a brigade. Obviously, earth-shattering. Keep these guys in range. Let's repair what we've got. That means that rail line's to Stalingrad's up and running. These guys have all moved. Made a few breakthroughs, but yeah, overall a bit disappointing. Oh, another bounty division. Sir, you are spoiling us. I'm going to use the southern route because I am battered and bloodied. Theatre box. Soviet reserves. Should have quite a few tank regiments. Yeah, so if I set my TOE to 70 to 100, that's 1,800 tanks that go into the front and 224,000 men. Yoink. Now, a good chunk of those will be call it defensive units, and the rifle division here can move up. Yeah, so a good chunk of them will be like support units, so we'll just get spread across the front. Check my reserves. There's 200,000 men still in reserve, they're just waiting on enough stuff. So RL Soviet partisans. Right. Know what we can do with the winter. No air sister, obviously. We won't get build menu. Don't need to have more brigades. Motorized brigades and useless now. Rifle corps are at maximum. Cavalry corps. Okay, let's build a few more of them. Just use those AP up. I'm doing better at using my AP up. Let's see if that transitions with the new tanks. So let's have a quick look at the graphs. Because I like a good graph. Map men is dropping. Guns. Tanks is going up. So, aircraft has gone up just because no one can fly. See what happens now. Okay. Well, there goes the first ski brigade. Let's deal with catching that guy. They have deployed a good chunk of armour though. They held. You remember the far south also has only got light snow. Which just basically means that the ground's firmed up. Snow harder. Come on, damn it. Okay, this is up near the blizzard. They're still causing some losses to me. Alright, they didn't like that either. That does mean they're deploying a good number of troops there, or they held. Not on the second attack. Alright, held. Scouted. Routed. Yeah. Wish the map would stay like this with these huge gaps. I'll just go to this up. It's just they're not showing all the units, I think. Bit of fog of war. Right. They don't like this big cut, do they? If they want to abandon the Moscow area, that's fine by me. Alright, scouting down near the remains of the Crimea lot. Sell your life dearly, men. Okay. Only 700 call it things. Sorties, there we go. Words hard. Oh, look at that tank spike. Back by aircraft. Okay, gone up a little bit. Let the AI run it for a little bit. I'll reconvene later. Now, North has been muddied in again. I'm okay with that. The Allies have finally landed in North Africa. War in Europe, like this entire map when? I know there's a dream of it. I still need these men in the south. Just be interesting, I don't know when you'd start it, because if you did 1940, you'd have to have like some sort of jump. I know there's lots of people like me who'd actually play it, but you get to that point, don't you? It's like, alright, conquered France, not going to invade Russia for another year. What are we going to do now? But also you don't want too much of a jump, because how would you deal with people who've done poorly in France and are still fighting in 1941? Got my rail system's collapsing as well, isn't it? Okay, at least I don't have to worry about any of these people. They're all mudded in. We get down to here and we got to worry about everybody. Right, continue to ship you down here. Okay. Right. Ski brigades. Out the way. Tank def advance. Need to shift this guy, don't we? He's keeping that neck too tight. Move the ski brigades in. Not the reserve army. Everyone else come down here. Just that core. Shift them. Yeah, we're just looking for weak spots while keeping our armoured divisions prepared. Ooh, it routed. That's nice. Unexpected. You can go down. Oop, No. Don't do that. Sorry, mate. You were not the one I wanted to move. Right, we'll just hold. The Italians are all on the line here. But with that fort, it's going to be hard to shift them. Yeah. You can advance to there. That gives us a nice strong place. Those guys can't attack, but they've got really good defense. This rifle division just arrived this turn. Their army is going to take up operations here. Going to build a few airfields. Right, what am I going to do about this mess? You're going to move up through here. Mainly because you can. Continue to track along this rail line. You can advance to there. The rest of it just feels so tenuous. Off the line if possible. Like these guys are going to have to pull back. That doesn't feel like a good place to be. This doesn't feel like a good place to be. That is definitely not a good place to be. Mate, how do you get yourself surrounded? Right, we're going to go for option B here. We're going to punch this guy in the face. There we go. We're going to shift this guy. Right. Okay. Shift some troops to make this a bit more viable. No, I was hoping you could shift them because they're battered. No, 3-1. No. Getting close, aren't we? Could we deploy time to deploy my rapid response forces? I don't want to thrust them into there just yet. We'll move them down to this central location here, where they can be nice and threatening. Go refit in there. Alright. God, this is such a disaster. Such a flipping disaster. Alright, that was a trap. Right, you pop to there. You fit. Number 91,000 men. We could break through the defensive lines. I think that's the thing. The build menu. Vintage artillery, didn't it? Artillery. Regiments. Up on my guns. Yeah, my artillery divisions. I've got all of those. I've got many of those left. We've got plenty of those. That's it. That's all of those we can build. The pools for these are good. I mean, I'm sure on that, just getting them out. Am I missing a trick here somehow? There we go, load more tanks. Water batteries, more regiments. The rocket brigades out. See, we're out of pools for the Type 16 rocket launcher. Got a ton of these. Yep. Let's just build all those. If we got them in the pools, let's build them. See what we can do. Right, a bit more of a disappointment turn. 89,000, we're at 7.2 to their 1.9. I feel like we're losing every aspect of this war. Please get colder. Okay, so we'll be retaliating down here. Don't be surrounding those guys. That's a chunk there that's not had anything. The mud's still properly in force. Just taking a huge section of land there. I believe they've reached the coast down here. Right, 700 sorties. Weather's very poor. That's still pretty good. That's pretty damn good for that. Oh, I killed 40 guys there. Okay. Yeah, things keep getting worse. Getting close to smashing through here. Surrounding them. We've also got to now rescue these guys. We're back to the light snow and most of this. Like, weird random blizzard day didn't help much. I have to hope that their losses are increasing. It was a very quiet turn. I only lost 47,000 men. Which means that my map men actually increased. Guns has increased. Armor fighting vehicles. Yeah. So this is where I hit the button to move all my guys into reserve. And I've just brought them out of reserve again. So this should shoot straight back up again. Hopefully I've rebalanced them in a decent way. Yes. It's a bit brutal. But, as always, thanks for watching. We'll see what we can do next time.